In this lesson, we'll take a look at the special cells method on a range object, which returns to us a brand new range object with cells that fit a specific condition or criteria. For example, if we want to start with a range and we only want to select the blank cells within that range, or only the cells that have valid values, or only the cells that have formulas, or only the cells that have comments or data validations, all these different criteria, we can use special cells to filter our original range to only include or target the cells that meet a certain condition in a brand new range. So what I'm going to do to begin here is just populate a bunch of values in column A. I'll begin with some static fixed numbers, for example 3 and 5. I can then leave a blank cell. And then let's say we're going to have a cell with a predefined formula. The easiest one we can do here is sum. So I can choose sum, highlight these two values just as an arbitrary example, and we're going to get a cell with 8. We can also do another blank cell here. We can do, let's say, a word like hello. And finally, what I want to do is create a comment in one of these cells. Let's say cell A7. I can just right-click it here and select Insert Comment. And this is a regular Excel feature, nothing VBA special about it so far. I can just leave a comment like great cell, exclamation point, click out of it. And of course, the indicator of a comment is this little red flag at the top right corner of the cell. If I hover my mouse over the cell, that's when I see the actual comment in Excel. All of this is just random and arbitrary Excel features, but we can target any of these specific things using VBA. Let's take a look at how we can do that right here in my Visual Basic Code Editor. I'll begin by creating a new procedure. I'm going to call it find specific cells. And the first thing I want to do, just to make things really simple, is create a variable that's going to point to the range that I'm using here, which is cells A1 through A7. So I'm going to keep it really simple. My variable will be R, and it's going to be a range object. And as a reminder, whenever you have a Excel object being used in a variable, you have to use the set keyword when you're assigning it. So set R equals range, and let's say I want to target cells A1 through A7. Perfect, so now we have a very simple reference to that range. It's just going to be the letter R, that's our variable. So special cells is a method on the actual range object, and it expects, of course, an argument, and that argument is going to be a predefined constant or an enumeration. So these are all, again, predefined values or constants that are built into VBA that we can use here, and they just translate to numbers when the actual language is processing these things. And as you can see from the drop-down list, these are all different things that we might have in our cells. We can see here blanks, comments, constants, etc. So what I can do here is begin with a couple examples. Let's say something like Excel cell type, which is what begins all of them, and then you actually specify what it is that you want to target. So one enumeration that's available is constants. And constants represent any values that are fixed or absolute or final. So these are going to be things that are not dynamically calculated like formulas or blank cells. These are just values that we've manually typed into a cell like 3 and 5 and hello. So this is going to give us back a brand new range object. So if I execute this, we're not actually going to see anything. It's just going to select it. So we can actually use the select method on the range so that Excel will actually highlight those cells for us, and we can take a look at what this special cells will filter for us. So when I execute with F5, we can see those 3 cells that have constant values are going to be highlighted. So that's the new range that we're targeting, and it's really advantageous because it's not necessarily a contiguous range. It's disjointed and broken up, but that's what's really great about this special cells thing is we can only target cells that fit a specific condition. For example, if we wanted to only bold only the constant cells, we can use this to target that specific range and then apply all of our actual logic to this filtered subset of cells. As another example of special cells, I can do something like this, special cells, Excel cell type, and let's try blanks. So blanks is another option available to us. I can use the select method here, and now we're going to select all the cells that are blank. We can see A3, A5, and A7 selected. Let's take a look at a couple other examples. I'm going to do once again special cells. Excel cell type, we have an option to only show the cells that have comments within them. So I can select that, and we're going to see only cell A7, which is the only one that has the comment. We can see that again with the red flag at the top right. And finally, the last example I want to show you is Excel cell type formulas, which is going to allow us to select only the cells that have formulas in it. So the values that are dynamically calculated using some kind of Excel formula. And this should only be one cell right here which is going to be cell A4, which again is using the sum formula to calculate the sum of 3 and 5. So special cells is a really, really powerful feature whenever you want to begin with a large range, and then you want to filter it down to only those cells that meet a specific criteria. Maybe you only want to bold them or increase their font size or do something special with them, but you need a special way that you can target these things instead of manually writing some kind of VBA logic like if the cell value is blank, then do this. Rather, special cells is a really unique and powerful way that you can automatically let VBA do that work for you. It has a lot of these predefined constants or enumerations that know how to target a specific cell, an empty cell, a cell with a comment, a cell that has data validation, a cell with formulas, a cell with constants, and even more options that we didn't explore in this lesson. I do advise you to dive into the documentation and see some of the other options that you can provide for the enumeration, but the syntax will work exactly the same way. Just use the special cells method on a range object. It's going to give you back a brand new range object.